Alright, welcome. We have a new deck. Well, if you've seen the previous deck, one of the 12 people in the universe that have seen it, this is an update to Omnisquirm, Bug Squirmies, a Pioneer Explorer brew that looks to take advantage of Squirming Emergence, the best crap rare of our time. It has Fathomless Descent. Return to the battlefield a non-land permanent from your graveyard if its mana value is less than the number of permanents in your graveyard. So what is the game plan? We will put stuff in our graveyard with Merfolk's Secret Keeper. And then also Cruel Somnophage. The Can't Wake Up half mills you 4 cards. And then you can also Founding the Third Path and cast one of your 1 or 2 mana spells from your hand, such as the Adventure half of Merfolk's Secret Keeper, or the Cruel Somnophage. So it's an excellent turn 2 after your turn 1 tap land, and then you can also mill yourself some more for the second chapter, and then you can exile an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard and then cast that copy. Well, that gives you more work out of your Squirming Emergence, effectively giving it flashback. We can also draw a discard with Ancient One. It also mills someone for the CMC of that card, and it's also a 2 mana 8/8, which isn't terrible because you're probably going to be filling your graveyard pretty quickly, so maybe swing with this on turn 3. If you draw some of your top heavy cards, you can always discard them to the Ledger Shredder and get something more relevant. Flying Body, not terrible creature that can also just attack and win. As you see, our curve goes 1, 2, 3, 7. So we also have Wren and Realmbreaker, which also mills us 3 cards and gets us a permanent card from those milled cards back into your hand. So you can dig for answers, or dig for relevant creatures, or dig for land to hit your land drops. It also fixes all your mana of all your lands, so you don't have to worry about colors anymore. And then also it gets a 3/3 beater with hexproof, and then if you somehow get to -7, you get to play more stuff from your graveyard. Alright, so what are Squirming Emergence targets? Well, before we get that far, we also have Phyrexian Fleshgorger was added as a way to sort of give your deck some life gain and also some beats that will also help with your alternative win condition of beating face without bothering with the graveyard. And then also you can bring it back as a 7/5 ward, pay 7 life, and also gain you some life there. But our real targets are Kiora Bests the Sun God, which gets you an 8/8 with hexproof, taps all your opponent's non-lands, and then steals one of their permanents. And then you untap it. And then of course our everyone's favorite board wipe, Ugin the Spirit Dragon. We're playing 3 copies of each, that's just where we're sitting right now. Maybe in the future it should be 4 of each, but as of right now, that's what we're doing. Alright. And then we have lands that add all our colors, so our Tricycle land, our Shock lands, our basics for when we get Field of Ruined, and then our utility lands, because why not? And then an extra mana confluence for 3 colors. So that is the plan. Just dump your permanents into your graveyard. All your spells are also permanents on the other half because they have adventure, or they're efficient creatures. And then so you can play turn 3 Ugin pretty decently, or turn 3 Kiora Best the Sun God. And then if you happen to have Founding of the Third Path, you can also follow up with a turn 4 Kiora Best the Sun God. But those plays are pretty good at any point in the game as well. Alright. Sideboard, we have Grafdigger's Cage for Coco decks, Collected Company, and also your opponent's graveyard deck. Notice it says creature cards, so you can still reanimate your Kiora Best the Sun God and Ugin the Spirit Dragon. We also have Binding of the Old Gods, which is a way to deal with pretty much any permanent that's not a land. Also, it ramps you out so you can hard cast your threats if you so desire. We have Virtue of Persistence as a way to combat aggressive decks with removal and gains you life, and then if you somehow get to reanimate it or hard cast it, it's pretty tough to overcome as well. We also have Run Afoul, which is a placeholder for the new Pick Your Poison card, which is the 1 mana sorcery that has your opponent sacrifice an enchantment, a creature with flying, or an artifact. Not bad for 1 mana. Then we have Brazen Borrower as a way to get flyers and beats, and also take your opponent's cards off the table and get some tempo advantage. And then lastly, we're trying out Thought Distortion as a way to punish control decks. Hopefully it's something that you live long enough to cast. Good news is it can't be countered, and you can also play it from your graveyard with Founding the Third Path. So there you have it, the Squirmies deck. I have been playing this quite a bit, and I hope to stream it for a little bit in the near future. Can't wait for that new card to come out and hit the sideboard. Oh, there's two Graph Digger's Cage. Alright, well thanks for watching, and have a good day. I said good day.